Alright, so I'm just gonna make this video and I'm not gonna like do any editing or whatever because I just don't care about that right now or pretty much ever. So my experience with being on Bookstagram. So far I've been on it for maybe around a year, maybe a little longer. My first page was Kindle Princess without the underscore, and I had to delete that page because somehow it got hacked. I don't know how it got hacked. Like, I wasn't even like a very big page, but maybe I clicked something and I don't know, like maybe I did something to get hacked, but I noticed I kept getting this notification that a device from like a completely different state was trying to log into my account, and it kept happening over and over and over. So I just deleted that page, and then I moved over to Kindle Princess with an underscore as my Instagram handle. And so far this page has been fine. I haven't had any issues. I've tried some different like approaches with it. Like, so I tried the Instagram handle without using any of the what's the blue check mark thing? I think it's called a verification. Like, I tried it without the verification thing for a while, and then I ended up purchasing the verification blue check mark thing just to see if it did anything to like help the page. I feel like the first couple like week or two of buying that verification, I got a bunch of like new followers, but like now I feel like it's kind of stabilizing and I'm not really getting as many followers. But I feel like I'm not getting that many followers because, not necessarily because my page is horrible, but it's just not a page that like people would want to follow. I mean, I'm posting these like long thought out detailed reviews of books, and I've noticed that most people in this book community, not saying that it's like bad, but they're posting like these haul videos, these I went to the thrift store and I bought this many books video, and TBR videos, and I guess these like whatever the dancing videos are where you like, this is how hard I dance, is how hard I like the book. I don't know. They're doing like a lot of book trends and book tag things, and I'm just not doing that, mostly because that's not the point of my page. My page was to be book commentary, book reviews, honest, blunt, uncut opinions. And I also wanted to, post like content warnings for, people who maybe read more conservatively and they want to be aware of certain things that are in the book so that they can avoid them. I'm just passionate about like helping people know what books have certain content in it so that if they want to avoid that content, they can. I'm being very vague here because I'm not trying to upset anybody any further with giving more details on the content that I'm helping people avoid. And I just think that, I've met some quality online friends or some people in the book space that, I text like all the time. There's some people that we've even exchanged numbers, some people that we Snapchat, some people that we text, well, like it depends. Like I have a small circle of people who like me because I'm not doing what everybody else is doing. But I think I have a bigger group of people who hate me simply because I'm not doing the format of how everybody else thinks it should go. I mean, a lot of people, get mad at me, they direct message me or they're commenting under other people's posts to, insult me because they don't like my comments or they don't like that I don't promote like DEI type books. I read from Black authors, obviously, but they're mad because if I do post a book about by a Black author, I don't specify that it's a Black author. I just post it and say I read this book. I'm like, oh yeah, I read this urban fiction book, or I read this book, but I don't like specifically go out of my way to like say that the author's Black and stuff, because I don't personally think that that's necessary. Like, I think that if it's a good book, it can hold up in the genre without like specifying that. Like, we don't see white people saying this is a European fiction book or this is a European thriller. We don't see that. So it's like, why would I do that? And they get mad at me because, I'm a person who identifies as mixed and I'm proud to be that. And, I'm accepting of the knowledge that I'm more than just Black. And they think that's anti-Black. I don't think it's anti-Black. They discriminate against me because I'm a Christian and conservative, even though I'm not like some prude. Like, I do read like Spice from time to time. Like, I'm not perfect, but they like, I don't know, they act like because I am a part of the conservative party or because I don't support DEI or because I identify as mixed, that I'm like somehow harmful to the book community. And it's like, I don't feel like I need to hide aspects of myself to be a book reviewer. Everybody here is being their self. I'm very accepting of people of like all different beliefs. Like, I have all kinds of different people following me. I mean, there's like people who aren't religious that follow me. There's people who aren't conservative that follow me. The bottom line is my page is about giving good reviews, but they're mad because I'm being myself, I guess. And I think my experience in Bookstagram is they discriminate against you if you have a religion or if you have a different political view or if you identify a different way other than, with the one drop rule type of mentality. I don't know. I feel like I've had a mix of positive experience and negative experience, but I feel like the negative is kind of overwhelming the positive. And, that's fine. Like, that's not going to get me to, leave the platform. Because at the end of the day, it's like, some people need a person who's willing to warn you if there's LGBT content in a book that wasn't specifically advertised that way. There's plenty of books that I've read that I had no idea there was going to be that content in there. And it would be helpful to know ahead of time so that I can make a choice if I want to read it or not. Obviously I'm not into book banning, but I am into informing people so that they can make a choice, because not everybody wants to read that kind of content. And that alone like pisses people off, that I'm like trying to help other Christians or other conservative readers or just people in general who might want to avoid that content, or they might want to avoid, I don't know, some other kind of controversial propaganda. I don't know. I just feel like it's not an inclusive space if you're not like everybody else, and I'm coming on here, hair is a hot mess, not editing anything. I'm still trying to get rid of this sty. I'm just being me, And I'm just saying I would like there to be a movement of people who would like to just be themselves without caring about being canceled in the book community. Like, because I don't care about being canceled anymore. Like, I gave up caring about that a long time ago. At the end of the day, I know that I'm helping a small group of people, and I know that it's optional to even follow me. So it's like, if you don't like the reviews I give or my page or my beliefs, I mean, it's simple. You just don't have to participate in my Instagram. But yeah, I think that's my experience with the Bookstagram community so far. I mean, feel free to chime in the comments, good or bad. I don't really care. I'm not here to censor people. In general, I consider myself a pretty reasonable person.